Ladies and gentlemen, I think we may have a new Oscar favorite. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back into another video. My name is Jack, and today we are talking about Conclave. This is a film that I was highly anticipating. The trailers looked awesome. The cast was fantastic. It's directed by Edward Berger, who did All Quiet on the Western Front, which is another fantastic film. This had the makings of being one of my most anticipated, one of my favorite movies of the year. And I'm very happy to report that I absolutely love this film. Before we get into my review, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not already. I'm trying to grow this channel up to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. A little bit of a lofty goal. Can we do it, though? I think we might be able to. If you like movie reviews like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm doing them every single week, as well as short-form reviews for every single new release that I see. Don't miss out. Hit that sub button. All right. So we're talking about Conclave. Very excited about it. Let's just get into the review. After the unexpected death of the Pope, Cardinal Lawrence is tasked with managing the covert and ancient ritual of electing a new one. Sequestered in the Vatican with the Catholic Church's most powerful leaders until the process is complete, Lawrence finds himself at the center of a conspiracy that could lead to its downfall. I'm going to go through my rating system and tell you why I rated it the way that I did. I rated Conclave a 96 out of 100 on my scale. It is 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I think it is a fantastic film, and we're going to break it down right now. Also, a disclaimer, I am Catholic, so I do find movies like this incredibly interesting, and I thought that this was pretty damn good. All right, let's just get into it. First and foremost, I gave performances 15 out of 15. I think the cast here is phenomenal, led by the one, the only Ralph Fiennes, who is absolutely astonishing here. He brings such stoic emotion, if that makes sense. He does take moments to show emotion in this film, but for a majority of the film, he is tasked with leading this conclave and having to show a brave face, I guess, while he's going through all of these crazy conspiracies and politics and all these like Game of Thrones Succession-esque games. He holds firm throughout the entire movie, and going along on his journey is very interesting, and I think that he was perfect to play this role. He was fantastic. A few other standouts in this as well. I think Stanley Tucci is great. I think John Lithgow is good. I think the rest of the supporting cast is also absolutely phenomenal. This film is stacked with stellar performances. I would argue this is one of Ralph Fiennes' best performances of his career. You can debate me on that in the comments. That's perfectly fine. But I think this is a standout performance from Mr. Fiennes. One of the best of the year. He's going to be up for Oscar contention. It was just that damn good. I gave direction a 9 out of 10. Like I said, Edward Berger, who did All Quiet on the Western Front, I believe it was last year. It was either last year or the year before. Did All Quiet on the Western Front, which was incredible to watch. This is just as good. I'm going to tie in the technical aspects of this as well here. First and foremost, the vision is solid. It's clear. It's thrilling. It's mischievous. It's very intense. Like, it was directed in a way that kept you on your toes every second of every day that you are with these men. Cinematography, I give it a 5 out of 5. This is a gorgeous film to look at. And you can tell in the trailers, like they show some of the shots in the trailers that I absolutely love in the actual movie. But this is a gorgeous film to look at. It's breathtaking. I think this is definitely going to be up for the Oscar for Best Cinematography. I don't know if it'll win. I haven't seen all the movies this year, but for now, it's a favorite in my eyes. This film looks gorgeous. Score. I know some people had an issue with the score. Sometimes it kind of creeps in and it's a little overbearing, but I loved it. I thought it was fantastic, and it worked very well with those intense moments. It hit at the right times. It can get very loud and bombastic at times, but those moments were so crucial to the film. It added a sense of tension to the film that you would not have had if it was not for that booming score. Like, it was so well executed, so well written. It sounded awesome. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I gave overall technical a 15 out of 15. I had absolutely no notes here. Costume design, set design. I think the sound design here is really, really good. And the editing is fantastic as well. This is, from a technical level, this is a technical marvel that has come out this year. It's going to be up for a bunch of awards in terms of the text, and rightfully so. Like I've already highlighted, it's got some of the best cinematography I've seen this year. It's got one of the best scores I've heard this year. The sound design in particular is some of the best that I've had this year in a movie experience. Like, this is a big time Oscar contender in terms of technical categories, and it was just fantastic to watch. And there are those movies where you go in and you take it all in from like an audio visual sense. You're like, wow, this is a really well made movie. And this Conclave, an incredibly well made movie at its core, in the roots, in its bones. It is a well made movie. I'm going to give entertainment a 9 out of 10. I was locked in, thoroughly entertained the entire time. It has some funny moments, if you can even believe it. Like, there was some actual funny moments where my theater laughed out loud, and it was exactly what you expected this movie to be. It was very thrilling. It left you on the edge of your seat and kept you thoroughly invested in this process that was going on. Emotion, a 9 out of 10, like I already just hit on. It's incredibly tense. It is very mischievous. Like, it's very, like, there's a lot going on in this movie, and you feel those emotions. You feel the sadness at times. You feel the horror at times. You feel the absolute tension in the room. Like, my theater was dead quiet in some of these moments as we are listening and watching these scenes play out. Like, this is like you're in a vacuum chamber, how tense this is. Like, it was absolutely fantastic. That all goes into direction and writing, and it was great. I'm gushing about this movie because I really, really liked it. Like, I was, like I said at the beginning, highly anticipating this film, and for it to live up to the hype makes me really happy. I'm very happy about that. All right, I always leave writing for the end because I feel like a script is one of, if not the most important parts of a movie, and whether or not the story actually works can make or break a movie. I gave the writing a 14 out of 15 here. It's a very dense script, but it's also a easily consumable, highly engaging story that even if you don't know about the Catholic Church, even if you don't pick up on all of the little nuances, this film is still going to work for you, I think. This film will still work for you in some way, shape, or form. At the end of the day, this is a political thriller. Although it's about the church and this and that and the other thing and electing a pope, not a president, the same ambitions are there. The same scheming and conniving that happens in politics is there. The same, backstabbing and backroom talk and, unraveling these mysteries and these scandals is all there. This is the best that you get from a political thriller, and it just so happens to be involving one of the biggest faiths in all of the world. And I really, like I said, I think the word for this film is engaging. This film does not try to talk down to you. It makes it very consumable to the average viewer. Again, even if you are not versed on the Catholic Church or Catholicism, this film is very highly consumable, and it makes a lot of sense. And it tackles some very interesting themes that I really liked. Politics, faith, humanity, power, what you will do to claim such power. The thing I really liked, and this is a little bit spoilery, so I'll just give a little bit of a spoiler warning here. But like I already hinted at the beginning of this video, the thing I really like most about this is Ralph Fiennes' arc. Of course, we're following him through the entire movie. This is really his story at the core. But he never wanted the position of Pope. Never. He was like one of two people in that conclave that had no desire to actually have the papacy. No desire. But watching as this story unfolds and as our front runners start to get picked off piece by piece, I don't necessarily think that he didn't want the papacy. I just don't think he ever thought he would get it. And as it started to chip away where, oh gosh, this could happen, where our main character could actually become the next pope, you start to see him kind of change his view and change how he's looking at the situations. And he goes under the guise of, I want to pick the person that is most worthy, which is very admirable, but there is also, I think, a little bit of that ambition creeping through. At the end of the day, this film is about ambition versus the greater good, I think. It is about men who want the part, think they are destined for the part, and think they are right for the role. And then on the other end, you have the people that just want to do what is best for the Catholic Church, and they just want to pick the best people. It was a very interesting tug and pull that I really enjoyed following and putting together the pieces and seeing what each person's motivations were. And even the people who did not have those high ambitions may have kind of changed that way by the time we got to the end. So it was very interesting. It was a really interesting watch, a highly engaging watch that tackled, it really tackled humanity. Like, you look at these institutions that are supposed to be the most high of institutions, even the leaders of those institutions have ambition. They're power hungry. They have a lot of the same views that we have on things in the world. No one is higher than they think they are. We are all the same at the end of the day. It was a very interesting look at that, and how, even if you think you're better than, because you are the leader of this huge institution, this huge faith in the world, no, you're the same. We're all the same at the end of the day, and I really, really like that. The ending's going to ruffle some feathers. It definitely will. I'm not going to spoil it. I would encourage you to go watch the movie and see for yourself, but it will ruffle feathers. It will be a controversial ending. It worked for me. I was down for it. It showed, once again, that instead of subjecting yourself to what you need to do for your ambition, just be yourself. And if you are a good person, if you have the traits of someone that is more selfless than selfish, it might work out for you in the end. You hear that thing, the nice guys never win. Sometimes they do. And I think that in this film, that kind of shows, and I did like that. I thought it was a huge, very bold swing, and people will not be happy with it. People will get pissed off at this ending. But for me, it worked, and I thought it was fantastic, and I really enjoyed it. And that's it. That's my review of Conclave. That's just kind of me rambling on. I thought this was one of the best made films of the year, with some huge technical powerhouses for Oscars. It's got a fantastic supporting cast led by a brilliantly done Ralph Fiennes performance, with really engaging, consumable writing, with some dense themes that are examined. It's a damn good movie. 96 out of 100. It's top 5 of the year for me so far. I really enjoyed it. All right, that's it. I'm going to finish rambling. Let me know down below in the comments, what do you think of Conclave? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Let's try to stay out of spoilers. I don't want to spoil the ending for anyone. It's like I say, it's going to be a highly controversial ending. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. So be civil in the comments. But again, let me know what you thought of the film down below. Make sure you follow me on social media. That'll be down in the description as well. And again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all the things you do on YouTube. But certainly make sure you hit that subscribe button. I thank you all. I love you all. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.